and there are several sectors that are going to be impacted by this curfew as well. We have Mirza Saqib Beg, the director of Al-Beg, joining us from Delhi at the moment. I want to ask you, Mr. Beg, your first reaction to the announcements that have been made by the Delhi Chief Minister. No in-room dining is going to be permitted. No restaurants can host guests any longer. Only takeaways and deliveries will be allowed. How does this impact you?
Actually, one of the nightmare for us, for the restaurant, because we already have a lot of trouble before, and now we've seen something like this. But I don't think that if there is a doctor and someone suggested to CM to do this one, we have to follow this one. So it's a very bad for as a restaurant owner. But at the same time, I'm living in Delhi and I have all Delhi fellows. So whatever the government want, we have to do that.
And how difficult has this year been? Particularly, we know restaurants, hospitality, has been a sector that was just about recovering from the impact of last year's lockdown. Yet, capacities have been reduced. There's already been a night curfew that's been put in place in Delhi. Now a weekend lockdown as well. How does this impact business?
Actually, now we have thinking that how we are going to survive, how the restaurant can survive on this. I don't know because we don't have. But it is not just a survival of restaurant; it's a survival of us also. It's looking very bad for us because we have a lot of labor, we have everything, we have supplier because we have full chain of this. We're not just a single person owner. We have fully chain. Some people are selling us vegetable, and Saturday, Sunday, especially people coming from out, and now the Ramadan is also going on, Navratri is also going on, and plus this is a night curfew or a weekend lock, so we don't have what we to do, and it's very bad for us.
All right. Well, it is understandably an extremely difficult situation, a tightrope walk, like you're saying, Mr. Beg. Between saving lives and livelihoods. But I want to just understand from you, how does, the restaurant business or the hospitality industry cope at a time like this when only deliveries and takeaways are going to be impacted, when only takeaways and deliveries are going to be allowed? How much of a loss is this, the fact that you can't actually, open up restaurants for seating?
Then we can't run the business, because the people are not coming to purchase this one, and we are not going to take the risk to send the people to their doorstep, because we don't know the man who's there infected or not. So better we are not going to serve on these days, as my opinion, because we can't do this one without this. Without sitting capacity, we can't do anything.
All right. So it is an extremely difficult time as far as restaurants and hospitality is concerned. Any dining has been closed. Only takeaways and home deliveries have been permitted. A whole host of measures have been put in place in the national capital in the light of the highest ever spike that Delhi has seen. 17,000 cases of COVID in the last 24 hours, over 100 deaths reported for 2 consecutive days. The Delhi Chief Minister, in that press conference on expected lines, has announced a weekend lockdown in Delhi. Essential services will be allowed. Wedding guests will be given curfew passes. Malls, gyms, spas will be closed. Cinema halls reduced to 30% capacities. Markets allowed, but with restrictions, and only takeaway and home delivery allowed at restaurants.